Hiya, how are you? I would like to start today a new series, a series about culture, Japanese culture, which I consider is going to be a really interesting thing, regardless if you like or not. Probably you do Japanese culture, because it can be a way to mutual understanding with other cultures, a way of intercultural communication. And especially since these videos I make are about lucidity, a way to understand that our reality is shaped by the way we see things, by the eyes or the glasses that we use to see the world, which is a so central topic on lucidity. We're gonna see with these cultural issues that things are not always seen as we do. Today I would like to talk about Honne and Tatemae. You probably have seen maybe in Japan, maybe in movies, that Asian people in general, but especially Japanese people, are normally quite polite on their forms, and most often they don't feel inside the thing that they are showing on the outside. They always try to build on harmony between with other people, and try to be so polite, not to be a cause of uncomfortability to other people. Honne, it's about the feelings of a person, the true feelings of a person, his or her true intentions, and Tatemae, which means, which in fact means the side of a building, is the words, is the things that that person is saying, that not necessarily have to have a coincidence with the honne, with the real feelings. This, which for we Western people is could be considered hypocrisy, it's actually something considered well educated and polite for Japanese people. This is probably the main difference. We Western people are so worried about the truth, about the things that we consider honesty to be ethics, not to hide intentions with chivalry, and all that cultural construction that has been so important even on science, because it is defended by many scholars that the necessity for the truth is the thing that has developed since the ancient Greece, to our days today, has developed this science and this necessity for truth and knowledge. In Japan, it is considered it is chivalry, not exactly to tell the truth, but on the contrary, to consider the other, to consider his or her feelings, to consider him or her as a person, as a sentient person, as a person that feels, and to have into consideration and even to put his or her feelings before yours, and in order to have a harmonious relation. It is a really curious and sometimes fun thing, because you can go to a mall, you can go to a shop, and maybe you are not finding, you like some shoes and you cannot find the number, the size you want, and the person, the salesperson that is helping you, you can find yourself in a situation that this person is trying to find, is like faking that he or she is trying to find the number for you, the size for you. He or she is going trying to the inside to find the number, is helping, is asking his or her boss, like faking he's looking for the size, when he or she actually knows there is no size, when even he or she already knows there is no size, even not to have to tell you that there is no size, he or she is gonna fake like he or she is looking, like that there maybe there is a number, a size, but and that he is trying to make his best effort to find it, when even he already knows that there is no size for you. This is the way, just to avoid to tell you he cannot serve you, he cannot help you. It's quite fun, and it's quite, but it can be annoying if you don't have, if you don't look the world from the eyes of that other culture, of that other person, because you can find yourself in the situation that you are waiting, thinking that there is a size for you and that they are looking for it. You can stay there like 20 minutes. It's gonna be a really hard situation for that salesperson. She will be really uncomfortable, and you will find yourself waiting 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, and at the end you won't have the size, you will have lost your time, and maybe you will be annoyed because you don't understand the fact that they didn't tell you the truth in order for you to go on with your life and not to lose time. Time is another thing so important in Western culture, and it's not that important in Japanese culture, at least not above courtesy and ethics and education and that Honne Tatemae relation. It is quite common to see Honne Tatemae in every social situation, in business relationships, in professional relationships. It is quite common. It is quite normal to see a really serious and firm boss that that maybe in a party with a little of alcohol and relaxed forms transforms himself and becomes a person really different than the one that is shown to you through the Tatemae. Maybe if you are looking at this video, probably you're a fan of Karate Kid, the movie from the 80s, and you remember Mr. Miyagi, which was a really firm and straight master that when surpassed by his feelings, when he drank a little and let go his feelings, he transformed himself, and that person that seemed to be so unemotional became all the contrary. This is a kind of maybe a kind of explanation for you to understand this concept, this really difficult concept that sometimes makes us a little difficult to understand Japanese people. I would like to talk about many are the theories that have been told to explain this. Probably the fact that Japan is an island, and the fact that they had quite an endogamic life could be an explanation, because a good relation of one with others was of essence to survival and to good understanding and harmony. Maybe it was just a necessity. They say that necessity is the mother of progress. The truth is that it's a really central concept in social relationships in Japan, and I would like to connect it to ancient, to the behavior of ancient people, of samurai and ancient masters. Even nowadays, sensei, a master, can have a similar behavior to this one. Maybe you have an appointment with a master at 7 p.m. and probably if you are just 15 minutes late, even if you have advice of the fact that in advance, and you arrive late, you apologize for being late, you have really good reasons to be late. Maybe that person, it depends on the difference on levels that the master and the pupil have. It can be the possibility that once you have apologized, this master just smiles at you and tells you that of course there's no problem, it's normal, don't worry, it can happen to all of us, and it seems that everything is okay. But maybe if you were late and you were not polite advising it, and you had rude behavior, he will tell you that everything is okay, everything will seem to be okay, but on the contrary, the Honne will be quite different, and probably once you try to have another class or you try to talk again with this master, he will not be available, or you will see that something is wrong, something that you don't understand, something you thought was not happening, something below the surface. This is a Tatemae Honne situation, working on master-pupil situations, and it's quite common because you think everything is okay with Japanese people, and in a second you don't have a relationship and you don't understand why. You see that they don't want to relate with you, and you don't understand why, and you don't understand how this happened. It is said that samurai, when a samurai gave a word, his word of honor, it was like the most important signed contract, and this is very related with this, because ethics in this sense, understood in the sense of Tatemae Honne, is a really important concept for understanding of the Japanese culture. So I hope you have liked this new series of videos, of culture videos, and if I have the luck to have you next week, it will be a really great pleasure to see you again. Thank you so much.